eBook. Ebooks, of course, are electronic books that you can find online. They've been scanned from front to back so that you can read the entire book electronically. We have a couple of different places that you can find ebooks when you're on our databases. We have Gale right here, this virtual reference library. Those are all ebooks. And then we also have EBSCOhost. One of the databases that we subscribe to there is the ebook collection. So when you're looking at EBSCO, if you're doing a search, just a general search, I did a general search for guitars, you can come down and you can see right away this is an ebook. This one's from an academic journal. Remember, we talked about the fact that EBSCOhost tells us what it is that we're looking at right here to the left of the title of the article or the book. Here's another ebook. Here's another ebook. Okay, so there's several ebooks on guitars in our EBSCOhost ebook collection. So how do we cite an ebook? Actually, when we look over here at Gale, I want to show you that really quick too. You can just see that they're just listed by topic, and you can, of course, search them, but we're going to cite an ebook from EBSCOhost. So we're going to come over here. We're going to come down to book. Yes, I know it's an ebook, but we need to tell it first that we're citing an actual book. Create the citation. Continue. Now, what am I looking at? Okay, the first thing that it wants to know is, did I find it in print? No. Now, I know I've talked to you before about, did I hold the actual newspaper in my hand, the journal in my hand, that I could read it cover to cover? I can't exactly use that same example in this because an ebook is cover to cover, but I found it on a database. So we're going to choose database. That's very, very important. I'll come back and talk to you in a minute about the website piece of that. So database, what database did this come from? Let's come back over here. Remember, EBSCO tells us the database right here. It came from ebook collection EBSCOhost. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to use my database collection, ebook, and it puts it over there for me. Database is session number. If you remember from any of the other tutorials that we've done, you don't need that. Most recent access gives it defaults to today. URL. Again, you don't need to put that because when we're talking that it's coming from a database, it's behind a locked door. No one else can get into it unless they have the password, and so the URL is not necessarily a given. So let's come on down here. Now you can see that this piece of it is closed, chapter or section. If I were looking at this book and there was only one particular chapter that I was using, I would definitely want to cite that chapter, okay, here, and the title of whatever section I used. I would want to put the pages in there because otherwise I'm citing the entire book. So let's go ahead and go in here. And let's go ahead and I'm just going to cite the entire book this time because I really don't want to open it up and look at it. But just remember that you would be citing a chapter or pages if you are looking at a book. First piece of information that it wants to know, let's go back up here. I'm going to close out the chapter section part, not so we aren't confused. Book, contributors. That would be James Tyler is the author. So I'm going to copy that, put it right over here. He is the author. Let's take this out and move it to his last name. Title of the book, that is Guide to Playing the Baroque Guitar. Now remember, if you are copying and pasting, watch for that yellow triangle with the exclamation point because that's letting you know that there is an error. So hover over that if you see that so that you can make sure to fix any errors that come up. Who published this book? Well, first of all, what was above that? Title of the volume. It's not a multi-volume set. Don't need to worry about any of that. Okay, publisher. In publications of the Early Music Institute, Indiana University Press. And it's 2011. So I'm going to come over here, publisher there, 2011. Okay, what does it like there? Abbreviate University Press as UP. Well then, I guess I'll do that. I did not know that. Okay, publication city. Do I know that? Let's see. Nope, it's not telling me that. Huh. What if I go to the citation piece of it? What does that look like for me? MLA right there. Oh, nope. And isn't that funny? Look at that. It told me to abbreviate that as UP, but here it spells it out. Interesting. Okay, so let's go back over here. We don't know the publication city. There is no edition series name. None of the other things apply to it, so we're just going to submit it. And what do we have? There it is. Perfect. Now, if anybody wants to find that same book, if my reader is looking for it, they know that they can find it in the ebook collection in EBSCOhost and that it's titled Guide to Playing the Baroque Guitar. That makes it simple for them to find that information. And that is citing an ebook.